Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Mr. Rita Adele, and I am absolutely thrilled to have you join me today. We're going to explore a really wonderful story called Ferris and the Fish. It's this beautiful tale all about following your dreams, dealing with some, well, unexpected accidents, and most importantly, the love of a family. And for my amazing non-native students learning with us today, don't worry, we're going to read the story together, and I'll help translate some of the bigger ideas so we all understand it perfectly. It's going to be great.
But hey, before we really get into it, let me ask you a quick question. Do you love swimming? I mean, I know so many of you absolutely love jumping into the cool water, especially on a really hot day. Well, our friend in the story, Ferris, he loves it too. Okay, let's dive into this and meet him. So, Ferris lived in Hurghada with his family, and he loved swimming more than anything. He went swimming every single day and trained in the pool for an hour. He wanted to be an athlete, to win lots of competitions. For our Arabic-speaking friends, an athlete is what we call a batal riyadi, a true sports champion. Ferris was just incredibly dedicated to this massive dream of his.
One day, Barris got his bike out of the garage so he could cycle over to the sports center. And right before he left, his mum asked him a super important question. She said, "Have you got your cycle helmet, Farris?" And he goes, "Yes, Mum, of course, because safety is always number one, right? A helmet, which we call a khuza in Arabic, protects your head." It was just a loving warning from his mum, making absolutely sure he stays safe while traveling to his favorite place.
So Ferris is cycling through the park, and guess who he runs into? His friends. They were zooming around on their skateboards. Ferris, being the good friend that he is, actually warned his buddy Adam to wear a helmet. But Adam brushed it off, saying he didn't need to because he was really good at it. Then Ferris looked at the skateboards and said, "I haven't tried skateboarding before. It looks fun." You can just hear the excitement in his voice, can't you? He's so eager to try this brand new activity. But, oh man, Ferris stood on the skateboard, pushed off with his feet, and went quickly down the ramp. But he was going way too fast. He completely lost his balance. He slipped and fell hard. You can literally see the tears in his eyes and just how much his poor knee hurts. It's a really scary moment when you're trying something completely new and take a hard tumble like that. You just can't help but feel awful for him right now. Instantly, Adam rushes over to help. "It might be broken," Adam said. "I'm going to call your mom and then I'm going to call an ambulance." But Faris is crying, and he's not even thinking about the pain. He says, "Oh no, I won't be able to swim." Even though he's hurt, his very first fear is that he won't be able to do the sport he loves the most. So the crucial point here is understanding exactly how he gets help. Let's learn a really important new word together: ambulance. An ambulance is a special vehicle that safely and quickly takes sick or hurt people to the hospital. In Arabic, we call this sayarat isaf. It is an absolutely vital word to know because these vehicles literally save lives and get people like Ferris the immediate help they need. Fast forward a bit and we're at the hospital. Ferris had to get an x-ray. "I'm sorry," the doctor told him. "Your leg is broken. Look at this." Ferris stared at the photo of his own bone. "You will have to wear a cast for about 6 weeks, the doctor explained. Ferris was crushed. Seeing a broken bone on an x-ray is pretty scary, and 6 whole weeks? That feels like a lifetime for a kid who just wants to jump back into the swimming pool. Let's quickly define that word the doctor used. Cast. You wear a cast if you break a bone. It's essentially this hard, protective shell that keeps your broken bone perfectly still so it can heal up properly. In Arabic, we call a cast a jabira. It's definitely going to help Ferris get better, but unfortunately, it means absolutely zero swimming for a while. Back at home, Faris lay down on his bed. He was angry, he was sad, and his leg really hurt. His little brother Wael tried to cheer him up, asking, "Do you want to come and watch TV, Ferris?" "No," said Faris. His sister Dahlia tried too. "Do you want to borrow my comic, Ferris?" "No," he said. "Go away." And honestly, we can completely understand his frustration, right? It's perfectly normal to feel upset and, let's face it, pretty grumpy when you're hurt and your dreams are put on hold. Well, eventually, Ferris apologized to his family for being a bit rude. They watched a movie together, but Mom and Dad were still really worried about how sad he seemed. But then, wait for it. A beautiful surprise is on the horizon. What in the world could it possibly be? Let's find out. So the very next day, Dad and Dahlia went out bright and early, and when they came back, they were carrying all these heavy boxes. They lugged them straight into the kitchen. "What are you doing?" asked Mom. "It's a surprise," Dahlia whispered. Oh, the suspense is real now. What could possibly be inside those big yellow boxes? A little later, Dad walked into Fair's room.
"Ferris, look at this," he said. He carried a large fish tank right into the room and set it gently on the table at the end of the bed. Ferris looked over. He could see lots and lots of beautiful fish. And this brilliantly illustrates how a little bit of thoughtfulness goes a long way. Just look at Ferris's huge, joyful smile. All that sadness, completely gone. Let's look closely at this fun new word, fish tank. A fish tank is a glass container where people can keep fish as pets. It's literally like bringing a tiny piece of the ocean right into your own bedroom. In Arabic, we call it a والسمكه. Honestly, what a thoughtful and absolutely perfect gift for a boy who is desperately missing the water. And you know, Ferris really enjoyed watching those fish. He learned the names of all the different types, he fed them every day, and made sure their water stayed perfectly clean. Ferris was happy, and he finally rested. Slowly but surely, his legs started to get better. "Soon I'll be able to swim like you," he'd tell his fish. Taking care of them brought him so much comfort and peace, while his broken bone was busy healing up inside that cast. Okay, let's move to and see how this builds, because fast forward 2 whole months and look what happens. Ferris was finally fully healed. The cast was off, he didn't have to wear it anymore, and he could actually walk and run again. "Let's go to the beach," his mom cheered. The whole family packed up their things for a gorgeous day by the water. Ferris is finally returning to the sea. Once they got to the beach, Dad had one last amazing surprise. "Put on this mask and snorkel, Ferris," he said. "You can swim and breathe underwater." Ferris waded right into the sea and peeked under the water. And wow, he could see all these wild fish. "It's so beautiful. I want to swim like a fish," he laughed. What an energetic, totally fantastic ending to his whole adventure. He's swimming free again. What a fantastic journey, right? Now, my brilliant students, it's time to put our thinking caps on. Let's do a quick review. I want to test your memory and see how much of Ferris's big adventure you actually remember. Are you ready for this? Okay, here's a question for you. I want you to think really hard, and if you know it, just shout out the answer. True or false? Fares always went to the sports center by car. I'll give you a few seconds to think back to the very beginning of our story. Did you guess it? The answer is false. Yep, if we think back to those early moments, sometimes he walked to the pool with his mom or dad, and sometimes he cycled on his bicycle, wearing his safe helmet, of course. He definitely didn't always take a car. Great job if you got that one right. Before we completely wrap up, I have a final question just for you. Ferris wanted to try skateboarding, which was fun, but, led to that accident. Now, what's really interesting to think about is, what new sport or hobby would you like to try safely, and what protective gear, like a helmet, maybe some knee pads, would you need to wear to make sure you stay safe while having all that fun? Really think about that. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Mr. Rita Adele. Keep exploring, stay safe, and keep on learning. See you next time.